Hey YouTube, what's up? It's been a really long time actually, and yeah, I thought I'd upload another video just because, like I said, it's been super long and I've been kind of busy, so I'm actually going to try really hard to be more on top of making videos, editing them all that type of stuff, all the good stuff. So I just got a new gimbal, so I'm still figuring out the controls and how everything works. So if some of the camera angles are a little bit off, excuse me, but oops, too high. But yeah, so today was pretty busy in the morning actually. Every Monday and Wednesdays I like to come in and honestly just, let me turn that down. Every Monday and Wednesday I like to come in and check the queries in our EDC systems just to see if there's anything outstanding, anything that I can resolve that day, typical stuff like that. So a good portion of the morning was dealt with that, handling the queries, going through all the subject binders just to see what was good, if the information was there or not, if I can actually answer the queries, all that type of stuff. I also did some ConMed checks. I'll go into this a little bit deeper when I get back from lunch, but that's just basically making sure some of the ConMeds that the patient is currently on is compliant, I guess, with the study protocol. So I did that for one patient, and they had a number of medications, so you have to really pour over them a little bit. And then I did a little bit of patient information submitting to one of the sponsors. That's part of the screening process that I'll go into later as well. So just wanted to check in really quick, YouTube, and just say what's up, and I'm going to be back. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Alright guys, just checking back in. It's almost the end of my day. 5:50, almost 6 o'clock. And yeah, I'm just checking in back with you guys just because I said I would go into a little bit more detail about what I first previously mentioned. If I can remember what I said back then. What did I say actually? I was thinking of what I was doing earlier on in the day, yeah. So I started out with checking the EDC queries. Sometimes maybe when you have your patients and you've entered your data, you're going to get a system query that's either generated from the system, or maybe it's by the CRA, or maybe it was an issued query from someone on the other side of the platform. And you just periodically have to check just to maintain that, what's the word I'm looking for? The data compliance, basically. Something that's not out of spec, but just out of range, something that would be marked or flagged. It'll just pop up as a red query on your EDC platform. You just have to go in and investigate and honestly just look or read whatever the comment is. Sometimes they're as simple as, hey, the date's not matching up with the actual date that the patient came in, to something more severe as in, hey, this blood draw, or it's actually not severe actually. If it's severe enough, actually, you'll get contacted by the CRA through phone or email. But yeah, so you just periodically want to just keep checking your EDC databases just to make sure that everything is clean, all the data is up to date, everything matches, everything that you've just been through. So the good portion of my morning, or the big chunk of it, was just going through all that, because I had to go through all the patients that we have enrolled, all the screen fail subjects that we have. So that was very time consuming, even though some of them are just really minor things you can handle in like 2 or 3 seconds. A big one was that it was saying, or one of the queries was saying that this patient had a blood draw that wasn't supposed to be be drawn because it was an optional blood draw, and in the ICF or screening phase, the patient didn't okay that blood draw, so I had to actually go into their patient binder or file, look at the labs that were drawn that day, and just correlate it or cross-reference it with whatever they were saying that was happening, and then I just went from there. So that one was a little bit tougher to handle, just because you have to dig in through your books. What else did I do this morning that I mentioned? ConMed logs. ConMeds is a big one. So at every start of the study or screening phase, you have to inquire about the patient or subject's current medication that they're taking. And it's always going to be different for every study, as is everything. So you just have to go back to the protocol and see which medicines are acceptable. If they're perhaps on a medication that isn't acceptable, there's usually a washout period, which is ranges from like 7 days to 90 days. It just basically depends on the study itself and the actual medication. Is it antipsychotic, anticonvulsant? It just depends on the sponsors and the medication. So I spent about, I want to say 15 minutes just researching online to see what kind of medicine or medication this patient was on. And yeah, it's just a lot of cross-referencing, honestly. Actually, today was just a big cross-reference day. Cross-referencing data just to make sure that everything is compliant and this subject is able to participate in the study. For example, one of the medications was an anticonvulsant, but in the protocol it was stating by the generic names that it wasn't able to be prohibited in the study. And instead of it labeling it or categorizing it as an anticonvulsant with a brand name, it had the generic name. So you just kind of have to know two names of each medication, which is just the generic name and the brand name. So like all those medications that you see on TV, those are brand names, and each of those medicines have a generic name to them. So most of the time you'll just have that list in the protocol, and it'll say whether it's prohibited or whether or not they're able to take it on a stable dosage, or if they've been on a stable dosage. It lays everything out again in the protocol. And yeah, so today was a big cross-referencing day, I guess. Cross-referenced a lot of data from the EDC to the subject binders. Of course, this ConMed logs. I also had to weed out some expired lab kits. Every time you have a study that requires blood draws, you're going to get lab kits. And they, of course, have expiration dates. And if they are expired, you're going to get system email or queried, or not even queried, I'm sorry. You're just going to get a notification that says, hey, these kits are going to expire this date, and this date. Make sure you check them and take them out as needed, as necessary. Stuff like that. So it was actually just like it wasn't relaxing, but it wasn't not relaxing, if that makes sense. It was a little bit in the middle type of day, where you pace yourself to where you know you have to, you're running a marathon basically, you're not sprinting. And these days, I really don't mind these days, honestly. Get to relax at some parts of the day, but for the most part, you're putting in work for the whole day generally. I also just did a little bit of regulatory stuff. I'm still doing a little bit of regulatory right now. Filing some things away, putting some note files away. And yeah, I'm probably going to call it a day in a couple minutes right after this video, and I'll just pick up where I left off. So, yeah, just wanted to check in with you guys again. Say I'm going to start making more videos. I got a little bit cut off just because we got busy, but I'm back. I actually really like this new gimbal that I got. I don't have to adjust any views or anything like that. Just push up a button and it goes up or down, just like this, up and down, and then also back to the sides, which is pretty cool in my see you guys on the next one.